Hello everyone, welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. I'm MaryAnne. Welcome to my daily love sun sign series. And for today, for those that are new, I do a little bit of reading. I picked two sun signs, and today's sun signs are Leo and Cancer. So I like to talk a little bit about each sun sign and why I think they have great compatibility aspects, why I think that what their strengths are a lot of times, what their positive personality traits seem to be across the board. This is the sun sign readings only because it makes a difference in each planet that you have these particular signs. Whether it be your moon, your rising, Venus, certainly important, and love connections. I feel like I want to do the love connections on the Venus side too. So that might be the next series that I do. I'll have to hear what you have to say and if you're interested in something like that. But either way, so yeah, and then I describe why I think, like I said, you have great possibilities in this connection, which you already get because you wouldn't be watching it if that weren't the case. And then I read your specific reading for today, August 7th, 2020, through the remainder of the month. Sometimes you feel those energies right away. Sometimes the messages come throughout the month and then past the month, So, and I also read from 3 of my beautiful oracle divination guidance decks for messages and clarity in the situation. So we're going to start talking a little bit about Leo because we're in Leo season. And I felt it immediately. It started last July 22nd. It'll be through the 22nd of this month, August. And I mean, Leo is the fire sign. Leo season is fire. Leo season is action. Leo season is ego. It's the sun. It's our energy. It's our vibrance. It is about, taking leadership and having fun and being social and being seen, the sun, the bright. I felt that energy right away. I think a lot of people have. It brings energy to us, each and every one of us during this time. It opens up opportunities. It opens up meeting people. And most people I know right now are talking about, oh yeah, we're going away here, on this weekend. And I'm like, great, have a wonderful time. I'm so happy for you. It's that time. It's time to have fun. That is what is so emphasized right now. So I love that I'm reading Leo and Cancer because Leo knows how to have a good time. Leo is incredibly generous and extravagant, and like I said, everything is big with Leo. There's nothing about small when it comes to a Leo. Absolutely needs to be attention, the center of attention, definitely wants to be taking the lead in anything. This is the analogy that I've read about. Anything, a Leo has to have a castle. Doesn't matter female or male, both genders are appropriate in these readings. And they need a castle, and whatever that castle is, whether it's their legitimate home, their family, their friends, their business, their work, they are the king of their castle. They have great dignity and pride, and they really, really work hard. They revel, and they have incredible passion whenever they're doing something. Absolutely in their love. They absolutely love the idea of love. They are true blue when they're set and focused on that love. Nothing else takes precedence other than that person, situation, thing. It is their new shiny toy, if you will. And it can be a very, very rewarding and extremely passionate relationship. So I love Leo. They are ruled by the sun, like I said. So there's that incredible energy that you feel and the attraction you feel to them. You're not mistaking a Leo generally when you meet them. And they're not shy generally. I've not met a shy. There could be more quiet Leos, but for the most part, they're very confident, and strong. And it's something that just kind of lures you in. They're good friends. They're good confidants. You can talk to a Leo. You can feel free to express yourself. Make sure that you do so in kind, though. That's very important. They want to be heard, like I said, and they want to know that what they've done to help you has been recognized, right? That seems fair to me. And then what else? They are a fixed sign, so pretty set in their ways about their ideals and their intentions, and they're going to make sure that that focus, like I said, is very specific and very unwavering a lot of times, though they can be. You know, that passionate heart of theirs can be like a teddy bear in some respects. So just a beautiful, gregarious, very caring, very loving sign. So, and then you have the Cancer. So Cancer, and this is interesting. My brother and his wife, Cancer and Leo, many combinations with this. And if it's not Cancer and Leo, it's the fact that it's the energy of fire and water. And it's you know, when you think about it, you know, just simple biology, fire underwater makes it steam and then boil, right? And that can be phenomenal, and that can be exciting, and that can be very explosive at the same time. So the analogy I like to go back to is every relationship is looking for that tension. Now that tension is what keeps it alive. It keeps it kind of exciting, you know, kind of, exciting and just intriguing and all the other adjectives I can't really think of right now, but but here's the thing. In that tension that we're seeking, if it's too much, like a rubber band, it's going to pop and burst, right? And break. If it's too little, it's just kind of, it's boring. It's not something that we feel really inspired to want to continue with. And then when it's in the middle, when you keep it in that middle like that, that's going to keep it alive. That's what keeps relationships going. So it's really dependent on how you want to keep that, you know, that tension going, because all relationships have them. You know, to what degree is how it will persevere or, you know, end. And the idea that you've got now Cancer, who's the water sign, who's the incredibly sensitive, intuitive sign that ruled by the moon. Here we've got the sun with Leo and the moon, so they get the whole cyclical aspect. They're very, you know, Leos are very intuitive like Cancers are, which is really a wonderful connection that they have, especially in matters of the heart. You know, they know what they feel, they know what they want. They're true to their wants and their passions. A Cancer is very, very, very devoted to family, their loved ones, whatever family means. And these love connection readings are about all different types of love. It doesn't have to be about your one significant person, but it could be great friendships or a coworker or family members, you know, your animals and so forth. Cancers are incredibly loyal and devoted, loving people. And they absolutely are a cardinal sign. So they love action and they like starting things. They initiate the spring. We had a lot of influence in Cancer. And then it just so happens that Cancer or Venus has moved into Cancer. I always kind of mix that up, sorry. Venus just started in Cancer today, and that's going to be through, I believe, September 6th. Talk about love, talk about, you know, genuine vulnerability and emotion and just complete devotion. So what a beautiful time for all signs, but certainly for Cancer and certainly for Leo, who's got the heart of gold and the passion that won't end, right? So the two of you together, especially now with a lot of the changes that we've gone through in the last 3 months, we had huge retrogrades that were really making us rethink our relationships and revisit circumstances, you know, and most of us came through with flying colors. I hope that's what's happened with you. Once again, you may not have been watching this if that were not the case, but also maybe questioning things. Well, then you had Venus go forward. We have Aries is in Mars, and it's actually going to retrograde in September, which will slow down the energy, but the energy of Aries is about momentum in our relationships and our lives, and the energy that we needed to kind of build back up as time is starting to change. And yeah, there's a lot still of the same, but we also feel innately, as the water signs do, the change is coming. They already started, you know, in all aspects. The relationships are strengthening. We want to improve that. It turns out through all of this, incredible time that we're going through, our hearts have opened up even more. We've had more understanding, more compassion. Yes, we've been fighting for our causes. Yes, we need to be heard. Yes, we need truth. Yes, we need changes. But that also comes from our heart. Those are our passions. And that's when change occurs. So the sensitivity of Cancer is non-mistakable. And the only thing is that, with this fiery temperament that Leo has, where they can just burst into a little bit of a anger mode or what have you, maybe even excitement mode, and the sensitive Cancer is like, and it can be really felt deeply. It's also the very person that needs to temper the flames, and the Cancer can do that because Cancers love to take care of people. They love to take care of their loved ones. And Leos love to be adorned and they love to be taken care of. So this is absolutely beautiful for that. And the Cancers take care of the home. They take care of family matters when the Leo is off, doing their thing and leading and providing for that family, kind of a real gender role specific in a way, but it doesn't have to be. They can be many forward-thinking, modernized Leos as well. I've known many of them. I love all signs, and I know everybody can get along with everybody, but I just keep seeing this particular combination over and over again. So something's going right. As long as you reach and understand each other and you absolutely accept the differences as being a positive thing, right? Something that you can learn from. We can all learn from in our relationships. Beautiful, beautiful things. And like I said, you've come so far already. And I feel like if it's new, you're wanting to continue. I feel the strength in that, especially this month. And once again, Venus being in Cancer, one of the most incredibly loving and caring energies there is. So yeah, and Cancers are very good with money. They help Leos who can be extravagant to kind of cater that, and they do it in a loving way. And Leo actually thinks, wow, that was helpful. Thank you for that. Complimenting each other, working together as a team. Very important. So just loving this as a combination of all realms, and especially with the energy you have working for you in this month and moving forward. Let's read about your specific tarot energies and messages, though, that are coming through for you. Wow. Forgive me 1 second. This one came up front, so the others are face down, but that's okay. Actually, one other one isn't, so I'll put them in the line. I do under 4 major categories. And of course, I'll explain them as we go along. Thank you for your patience. Like, what's happening? And then I also like to absolutely discuss the foundation to this point, the catalyst of before this reading, what you've kind of been feeling together with yourselves, even individually, is the 4 of Pentacles. How much sense does that make? I mean, this is the Pentacles, which represents the earth signs. Earth is our practical things. Earth is our money. Earth is our homes. Earth is our health, our jobs, our well-being, our families. It's what we need to consider on a daily basis, right? Well, you have the 4, and that is absolutely creating the stability necessary, and specifically in our finances. It looks as though, and I understand this to be kind of across the board globally, a lot of times now people are not spending as quickly. I mean, they need to spend, right? We need to keep that economy going. We're constantly discussing that, and it's becoming more understandable to me. Just that current is what it's called. The currency is exactly why they call it that, so that you keep the movement going. You give and it comes back. You give and it comes back. You feed into the workforce and the small businesses, and then you get back, and so forth. And you've been very, very conscious of this. And you are kind of holding it close in. You're not going crazy, but you're definitely having fun because you have Leo there. So there's no getting around it. Not that Cancers aren't fun. You absolutely are. And it's time for you to take a little bit of that and have some fun for yourselves. That's what this is about. This is strongly indicated for everybody, but specifically you. Okay? But, being sensible, which of course you are, but knowing you've got it. It's there. It's there to have. It's there to take some time and to enjoy. And, money is ever coming. There's never any limit. That's a thought process we have about that, but that's a whole nother video. So I like that a lot. And you've been really careful about that, which is something smart to do in times of uncertainty like we experience now. Now, the very first card of the 4 categories is going to be under the overall energy, okay? And I'm just double checking it, but I'm pretty sure I'm seeing what I'm seeing. Yeah, you have the Death card. Now, I love the Death card. I mean, people are thinking, what? I know death. Death is as much a part of our lives as life is. So it's the continuum, right? The transformation that we go through. And this particular major arcana, which is important because that means it's even more of a message needed to be brought to you both. It is about how there is a skeleton on a horse. So no one's actually dead. Although, yes, there's been a lot of deaths. If that has occurred, my deepest condolences to you. It is something I have experienced, not in the recent this year, but last year and 2 years before that. It continues to happen. It is something we need to go through. We all will go through it. But I don't see this as being that specifically. I see a transformation, a shedding of our old self, a beginning of a new time, and specifically I think in your relationship, whatever that means. I don't know, obviously there's too many. It is a general reading. It's just that it feels like this beautiful awakening, and when you come into a birthday season, it is your solar return, so I feel like that has a lot to do with it. The Venus in Cancer is going to elevate the relationship, doing away with parts that weren't working, but working on the things that do. And in just a change of thought, a change of attitude, perception. I love this card. It's gone with the old, in with the new, basically, on all respects. And that's basically how you're looking at your connection, your lives, and moving forward. You got the sun, man. It's shining so brightly. And I love that. That makes a lot of sense for a lot of people, I'm sure you can relate to that on some level. I hope so. And if you do like what you're seeing right now, please do me a favor and just hit that subscribe button and like and share, because it helps my channel so much. And I greatly and truly appreciate your support in that. But the second category is under the possible blessings or obstacles, and you have the Page of Wands. That's fire. That's all about Leo, right? That's the passion I'm talking about. That's the season, and that is the energy we're feeling and will be. But there's something new about it. There's something kind of youthful. There's something fresh. Once again, the transformation, the change, something's changing. Maybe you're moving. Maybe your relationship is going to another level. Whenever I see the beginning, this is a message of action. It is a message of motivation and drive. It has to do with, things you're doing, maybe in your home, in your work, in your relationship. Maybe you're, like I said, traveling. There's movement and travel and activeness when it comes to this. So information about that's coming through. The pages always bring the information. It has this youthful, energetic, kind of fun energy, which is what I've expressed to you. We need to have fun more than ever right now, because next thing you know, we're going into September. We go into a fiscal part of the year. We go into another season. It's just, let's do it. Make sure you're making that happen. This is indicating that it's absolutely the right time. And you want to, and you may have already planned all this. This is probably something you're very, very aware of already. So I hope that's the case. Could have to do with children too, when there's that youthful energy. Another fire sign, maybe another Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Once again, we have the Aries influence with that energy, and it's in all of us, and it's active and it's fun, and it's reminding ourselves to be youthful, to enjoy that inner child of ourselves, right? You know, I think sometimes, and a lot, with not being able to work where I work normally, and I just think, wow, your mind just starts going, and you're like, I can still do that now. There's really no reason I can't. I just have to believe it and want to. Now, the next category is under the category of love, and it's absolutely perfect. It's the Queen of Cups. It's you, Cancer. It's Cancer in Venus. Venus in Cancer. I'll get it right. It's shining so brightly right now, and that's what's happening today. And it's just the beginning. It'll be for a while. Talk about heart-based. Talk about, oh my gosh, feeling such passion. I mean, I would imagine intimacy is going to be like really top rate at this point. That's what I'm feeling from this. And it's just that maturity too. The Queen is the giving, loving, nurturing, beautiful, beautiful energy. That's what's going on. And you know that you've had this. You know if it's been wanting or, latent, it's there. It's there. And always remind yourself of why you were attracted. That's always a really key, important bit of advice or invitation that, I love to offer, because, go back to the basics. I'm sure you're both attractive in so many ways. And especially when you're having fun, everybody becomes way more attractive when they're laughing and enjoying themselves, right? That is so beautiful for you both. Definitely in your elements, so I love that. Now, the next category is in the category of finances, and you have the Four of Swords. Perfectly understandable. The Four of Swords represent the element of air, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Well, it's also the thoughts. It's also our words. It's also how we communicate. And as far as money goes, I think so many people are just so exhausted. There's a waiting game that's been going on. There's controversial information. There's some truth and there's some fiction. And it's all about resting and relaxing and retreating, taking a break from it all, going out and having the fun. Let's forget about that for now. It will be here at all times. And knowing with the swords that it does have to do with proper representation, proper truth, fairness, equilibrium, all the positive parts that we need. But just knowing, I don't want to think about it right now. It's overwhelming at times. It's too much of our thoughts. It takes over our mind, and it takes away from that energy of love and fun and just release. And this is what it's inviting you to do. It's about retreat and putting those swords on the wall, just letting it go. New information is already coming in about that anyway. We'll know in certainly the next, I'd say mid-August, with the new moon in Leo on the 18th. Wow. Well, new is all about starting and beginnings again, right? We have a chance to do that every single month, and this one's going to be incredibly beautiful once again with that beautiful Leo energy. There's that great hope and faith and trust and passion. So relax. It's all good. A lot of times things come to us when we relax. I find that to be so true. When I let go of this anxiety that comes in ever so often, I just kind of say, okay, I'll figure that out. Answers will come. And that feels great. And I love sharing that because it's really true. And we all, I think, go through that at some point. I love this next oracle in deck that I have. Basically, it's the color intuition. And colors have great vibrancy and energy to them. Now, when it comes to Leo, they're all about red. I mean, just the bold, fiery, here I am. And then, I'm not sure about Cancer. I just know that we all have our favorite colors. We tend to feel best in them. I'm wearing a variety today because I love all colors as well. My favorite is purple. But it does speak to a little bit about, like, the chakras are all different colors that represent the different energy fields in our bodies, right? We want to keep those open and, not blocked, so we can allow beautiful energy and balancing and, that calm peacefulness in our bodies. So let me just close my eyes and just sort of pick one for you and read to you what it says. Beautiful. It's definitely that kind of a wine, but not quite red, but just infusion of the heart green. Of course, you have to have that with both of you. But it is number 23, and it reminds me of a little bit of the creative center and the root chakra together. And you have, let me read this for you, compassion. I love that. And I mean, you both understand that completely. Strength and evenness are two pillars of compassion. I have strength to give with love when I have been hurt. I have evenness to hold no attachments, jealousy, or resentment. This type of compassion opens my heart, wherein lie profound understanding and truth. With compassion, our interconnectedness is revealed. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, that's what I'm speaking of, just these beautiful messages and words that kind of enlighten us. We know these things, but they just stimulate that thought again, and it opens up the energy field for good things, good feelings, a little more insight, upliftment, hopefully. That's what I always hope for everybody watching these videos. And let's read your Super Attractor Manifestation card. Love these cards. I love what they represent, and it does have to do, once again, with our ability to create our lives. Both of you are very creative as well, so you have this ability, and you know that. And, when we really focus on it, it becomes even more intense and stronger in this particular kind of energy with the fire and the motivation. It's actually a very manifestational type of energy. It's the action, bringing it forth, right? You got to feel it, though. You got to really believe it and feel it. And your specific card, this comes up so much. There's a reason for that, right? These all have complete and understandable messages. When I make joy a priority, brilliant ideas will come naturally, support will surround me, and movements will form. Yes, this is continually coming up, and I love it. And it shows the global aspect, all of the surroundings around us, including our beautiful love connection, but just opening up to the world right now, because we all need to feel that from each other. We're all feeling things that we don't even really understand anyway. It's partly us, but it's definitely the collective energy. So bring out that energy and love to everybody and everything. And it just lightens things up like the sun. I love that reading for you. Now, last but not least, you have the Healing with the Angels by Doreen Virtue, because our angels are there. And I know I like to discuss things with them, ask for guidance. And I usually get answers, It doesn't happen right away, but they do come, and I always ask. So it's really important. In your specific message, though, for the two of you, for today and on, is meditation. Okay. Well, that makes sense to me, and I feel like that quiet time with the two of you, with yourself, is what opens up all the channels to receiving the guidance that's necessary. I think you're doing beautifully. I feel this really wonderful connection. I feel it growing. I feel, absolute compassion, which is brought up in their beautiful color, healing energy. But meditate on anything that you might have concerns about, or you want to maybe just feel more grounded, and to remember your dreams, which is imperative for everybody, but I think Cancers in particular. Just enjoy this beautiful energy that's there for you and is waiting to be used up and experienced by all. Thank you so much for stopping in again. Please have a beautiful time. Just love each other and know that is the most important energy we could possibly have, is love. And take extremely good care of yourselves. And hopefully I'll see you next week. Until next time, actually next month or sooner. Take good care. Bye for now.